Hello everyone, my name is Cap and welcome back to the channel, playing some more Planet Crafter today and give you guys a tour of all the stuff that I've done. As you can see up in the corner, our TI is up to 5.4 GTI pretty much, and we are currently in the tree phase, moving towards insects phase. Now this phase seems to go slower than all the others. I've been here for a little bit, and you can see we're only at not even 1/4% yet. It's tiptoeing along very slowly. I've launched a few rockets, moved a few things around so you can see our, this is our actual rates of what we have going on right now. Now, quick tour around the base to show you a couple things that changed. I moved my trophy case because it was in the way. Let's see, I moved the flower planters that were over here to just like around the door. These don't really provide that much as far as energy and oxygen. I mean, it's like plus 4.8 versus everything else I have does so much more. So I decided, I'll just put them outside the door here. It looks like a decoration, and put a couple more chests over here to kind of make it flush, and move this one out of the way. Just look a little bit better. Food's not really different at all. Added some skylights to the area here just to kind of make it look a little bit better. And let's see what else did up here. Alright, so I did go ahead and make the DNA sequencer here because I ended up needing to be able to make another tree seed for another tree spreader that I put out. So this is how you go about doing those. Like, you'll need tree bark, a mutation, and a Shanga seed. Put it in here, boom, and you get the linifolia. The only one I was wanting to work on this Amora seed, but you gotta have a plant vulnus. No idea what that is. I have not seen that anywhere. And then I went ahead and upgraded the upper area here and turned this kind of into my living quarters. Got the bed and the nightstand over there. Moved my trophy case up here. Got nice pretty windows. And I made the last of the monitors here. This particular monitor will show you what all you've done as far as rockets, and you can see them kind of orbiting the planet over there on the side. But you can see I've done 2 seed spreader rockets, 6 asteroid rockets, 4 magnetic field rockets, and 5 biomass rockets. So you can see the increase in percentages there and how many plus thousands and stuff. And I've also done all 3 of the GPS satellites and the map information satellite rocket. Haven't done the destroyer yet. I'm not quite sure if I will on that one, but now that I have all the GPS rockets on here, what you can do is you can zoom all the way out, and with the information rocket it'll actually highlight and show you where different resources are. So it makes life a little bit easier to kind of figure out where things are, and of course it always centers right on where you are. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, made some changes around the base. You'll notice it's a little bit clean out here. I found a lawnmower, and no, I'm just kidding. I noticed that the area around my base, there was just far too much going on. It was actually getting to the point where it's starting to cause things to chug a little bit as far as like frame rate and stuff. And I decided it wasn't needed anymore. So I got rid of all of the low-level drilling things, and I built one more of the big drills right over there. I moved my gas extractor to right over here because it's a little bit closer. And you'll notice on top of the building that none of the nuclear reactors are up here anymore. I put all those way right over there. I figure, you know what, there's this large patch of land that's literally not doing anything, and I don't need to have them literally on my base because they're not connected to anything, so you can have them anywhere. So I have my stack of tier 4 heaters over there. I've got 6 nuke level 2 reactors over there. And then I took all the flower and the grass spreaders that I had and kind of moved those to different places around the world. I got like one right over there. I put some over in the desert just to kind of make things grow over there because, well, it's a desert. There's nothing there. And that's as far as all I did when it comes to moving stuff to get it out of the way. I thought, you know what, this will keep the base looking a little bit more sleek. And I got tired every time I was running over here, tripping over nose-high plants and not being able to see anything. So I thought, maybe, just maybe, having all of this over here would definitely help out things. Are you done? No. You grab a quick snack real quick. And might as well top off the water. Also, I made myself the water filters. Not that really hard to make. It's just one of these things that they just recently added. I think you make it right here. Yeah, so it takes some resources, but it's not really that intense. But now, anytime you walk up to a water source, like just a regular lake out there, you can just drink straight from the water. Okay, we're gonna fly over here because we're to the point in the game where the next thing we unlock is the teleporter, which I really want to get to. But my TI index up there is at 5.5. The teleporter doesn't unlock until 25. So at this point, it's like kind of grinding resources, kind of... hold on, we're not going to go out there yet. I'll show you guys what that is here in just a little bit. But there is something in here I wanted to check out. Since we passed the flora stage and we're into trees now, every once in a while we might see these little vine things like this. And I noticed when I was flying around, you can climb these. I don't know what's up here. I haven't been up here yet, but we got a... Ooh, cool. We got a whole new area we can go to. What are you? Can I take you? Okay, you don't seem to do anything, but we got some zeolite up here. Cool. Let's have a look around. We got a few little... Looks like almost like elephant ears, those trees or the plants that you can get in your own garden. So it's kind of cool. I'm guessing that's just a shadow. This is a whole new area for me. I don't know how extensive this is. Do we just... Okay, so we can just climb back down. Sweet. So I've been trying to do quite a bit of the grinding stuff off camera because, again, once you get to about to this level of the game, you're basically trying really hard just to get all your numbers up. Ooh, chest. Come on, something good. Don't need you. I'll take you. You, for sure. You, another computer chip. I'll take this stuff. These I don't really need. I'll go ahead and take you anyway since you're up here. Part of using that DNA sequencer that we just unlock is you need a lot of those kinds of recipes, or those kinds of seeds to be able to build anything, so you might as well. And we have... Oh, that's cool. Hold on, let's get a nice little aerial view here of what's all changed here. That's sweet. Awesome. Okay, we'll go. Let me see. We came up this way, fly back down this direction. I did not really plan for a long trip because I did not bring any oxygen, so I need to keep an eye on that. Looks like this area is kind of just a zeolite thing. I mean, these... If these can... Anything can be done with these, I don't know what they are. Ooh, another chest. I'll take all of you. This explosive powder is always nice to have. Finding that kind of stuff is always nice because then you don't have to worry about making it. I think that's pretty much it for this little area. I'm still curious as if that's just a random plant or if there's something I can do something with that here. We should probably get... Well, that's lovely. Let's just go ahead and break a leg, shall we? We got a tiny little stop-off point we can put in right over here. That way we can top off our air real quick. I have these all over the world now just because it makes life a little bit easier to, you know, not have to worry about carrying O2 canisters with me. So launching rockets is pretty much, at this phase, is the only way to really get everything up. I do want to go right over that direction and show you guys what I'm working on there too. And we'll take a look at all the stuff that I have unlocked. But this area, it just looks a little bit cleaner. It seems to function a little bit better. I had so much going on over here by the base that wasn't needed to have that right here. So it's just like, eh. Alright. Also, for all the people that told me that you can just hold down control and click one item and it moves all of the items of that kind over here, thank you. That has saved me so much time of having to do all this. Alright, so here's all my food seeds. That's where I'm keeping all these out here. I don't really need these yet, but if I decide to expand my food growing, I might need those. Space food, let's see, plant seeds. This is full. Okay, tell you what, I'll put you in here since I have a little bit of extra room. And there we have it. Most of our chests they're okay on resources. We go through a lot of super alloy, unfortunately. Let me see. Our food's been going down a lot more lately for some reason. I'm going to go ahead and just eat an eggplant or two. And the next thing I want to show you guys, get a drink of water real quick. You're going to see a bunch of stuff just laying on the ground here. I ended up with so much random building stuff that's unnecessary. So as we're flying along, I'll give you a quick tour. I put one of our grass spreaders on top of the hill over here to add some grass. We got a tree spreader here. Let me see, fly up a little bit higher. You can see we have right over there. Let me see, tree spreader here. We got another one over there by the base. Let's see, we put one of our grass spreaders there. I think that's a flower spreader there and there. So we kind of moved them over here just to give the desert a little bit of color. You know, I don't know if this can be eventually turned into like a grasslands. With our index as high as it is, you'd think it would have already happened by now, but who knows. Okay, let's run up over here. This is one of those that if you didn't know, maybe you'll learn something. If you already did, then you'll see that this is a good idea. Put another beacon up over here, and this is the caves that's kind of right across the way from the large crash in the desert area. Head inside real quick, get a little dark, a little smoky. Put a tier 2 extractor in here because now we can get a bunch of super alloys. That's where I'm getting all of my super alloys. We haven't had any of the super alloy storms lately. We've had a couple of storms where it's turned the world purple, like it looks like it's trying to be. But the problem is that it's not giving me any, it's not actually raining down anything. Now, I did see, what was the I am never going to remember the name of those blue crystals you get here. Osmium. That's the word I can never remember. I did actually get an Osmium Storm once. It was kind of crazy. The world turned blue, or, well, bluer than it is right now. It's kind of like that color blue right there, and it started raining down meteors like it does with everything else, except for this time it was going about dropping osmium deposits. I wonder if the odds that there's any over here, because just like with the regular stuff, it was crashing down in huge boulders and I couldn't access it. So we got one of our tree spreaders over here. Got all our nukes up over there. We have way more power than we actually need right now. This is kind of one of those, like I said, I'm to the point where I'm kind of grinding resources. I didn't check over here, but since we have that one vine over there, I don't know if that kind of stuff appears in every cave, but I need to go over and check to see if there's some more uranium in this cave that we got the miner going on over here, because we always need that for being able to use rockets and stuff. And if there's a vine in there, maybe it'll take us back up to a new area. I've kind of held off on exploring the newer stuff until I have you guys along with me, just because I figure it would kind of make life a little bit more entertaining if I could explore with you. Okay, do a quick top off on our air, and I feel like I'm moving faster than I originally was for some reason. All right, let's check in here, see if you got anything for me. Not really. These two Tier 2 miners do a little bit more than the regulars, but you still don't get that much. Alright, so let's see if we got any of those. Leave anything in here? Nothing worth having that I have to have. This is a... Hang on, can I come up here? I can! There's just nothing up here. Okay, this is a much smaller cave. I didn't think there's going to have one of those little vine systems in here, but I thought I would at least check because I needed the uranium anyway. You know, I'm not 100% certain I ever even checked out this little satellite dish here. Oh, okay, I didn't. Nice. Alright, we got some Shanga seeds. I'll take the stuff that I have to have, of course. Take all the aluminum, Shanga, Tuska, eggplants. I guess I'll take you. I don't need these. I have plenty of those. Huh. Well, I think I saw this over here once before and never came back to it, so I'm glad I decided to show back up over here. The super alloys, we need those for almost every major recipe we're doing these days, and we need so many of them there that I'm going through them faster than I can replenish them. To make one tier 4 digger, and we need 6 of them, I think. And of course, to be able to make all the nuclear reactors that we needed for power, those require those. There's just you need a ton of those super alloys. So, and when you first start finding those, it's like, oh, cool, I've got like 4 super alloys. That's fantastic. And then you get to a certain point in the game, you're like, oh, good, I've got 2 full chests of super alloys, and that's still not enough. Okay, good to go. All right, so one of the things that I did unlock, let's get over here so I can show you where I am as far as unlocks here. The next available thing that we get is a teleporter. Like I said, that's at 25. We're almost to 6, so it's dragging along slowly to get there. Tree Spreader Tier 2, we're about at a third of the way there, almost. We still got a little ways to go on that one. But when it comes to the heat and the pressure, we've unlocked everything that we could. I did unlock the fusion generator. I haven't made one yet because I'm assuming that I have to have a fusion energy cell to be able to power it. It just seems like that's what's going to have to happen. But I can make one of these, but I can't make one of these. Look at that, 360 on the GTI. We're at 6. We're not even almost kind of sort of partially close to there. Look at that. I mean, everything's just going so slow at this point. But I do want to try and make one just to see here. All right, so 5 quartz and 4 super alloys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, if nothing else, I can always disassemble it should I need it. I'm going to put it over here with the rest of these things just in case, because I have kind of decided that having all the extra humming and all that stuff over by the base is kind of unnecessary at this point. Because we have a storm coming in, maybe it won't rain down rockets on, or, you know, rocks on me, basically. Yeah, it looks like it's going to anyway. Well, do your thing, but do it over here if you need to. So you can see, here's my power banks. Alright, so we can get a fusion generator. We're going to put you right here. I'm going to assume, like I said, that I got to have... Oh, no, it just makes it. Okay. Okay, so I don't have to have that. Nice, but I'm making plus 1,625 kilowatts per second with this bad boy. Each one of these makes 331. Our power surplus is ridiculous right now. We've got way more power than we possibly need. I'm pretty sure that's just standard meteors, so that's not really dropping anything besides kind of regular resources. We need to launch a couple more rockets to kind of really start expediting this thing, because we're just now about to roll over 6. Oh yeah, I put another door on the back side of this because I got tired of going all the way around every time. Alright, I want to see how much extra power we have. 2,100 extra. And that is counting all the stuff that we have here. Because I got rid of all the low-level stuff. Okay, stop hitting my base. Jeez. You're loud. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, under your options, you actually do have a screen shake intensity here. I have mine down to 50 just because it's a little bit, well, when it's all banging on the base right next to you, it gets a little bit intense. Okay, I'll give you a chance to finish doing your scary, shaky stuff here. I need to see about launching another seed spreader rocket, just to kind of get that going up a little bit. Seed spreader. Okay, so this one does the oxygen. So we need 2 super alloys, bacteria, mutagen, tree bark, and a rocket. Okay, we need to build that sort of stuff. Okay, we got 1 tree bark, a couple super alloys. I'm gonna need another one of those. Let's see. I think I need, no, not that. I need uranium and 2 of those to make a rocket. Bacteria, and I'll have to make a mutagen sample. I don't have any of those, but I can make those right over here. So I need another bacteria, methane, and a sulfur. Alright. Always forget what I need for those. Alright, methane, 1 more bacteria, and a sulfur. And that should be what I need to get this one here, mutagen. Okay, so let me see. I got bacteria, mutagen, rocket, 2 of those, and a tree bark. That should be everything I need to get the next little rocket going. We'll go ahead and fire this bad boy off, and this will help out a little bit. All of these rocket launches always increase whatever you're doing by 1,000%. So if you didn't know that, like the seed spreader, you can see at the bottom there, oxygen times 1,000. This one, the biomass rocket, does biomass times 1,000, pressure times 1,000, and heat times 1,000. These are the 2 that cause the uranium and iridium to rain down. These are all the GPS, and this is the map information rocket. So let's get a seed spreader launched off into the distance, and fire. I was trying to mess with it again to see if I could get it to go off all wonky, but I haven't had that much success with it lately. Let's see where that put our total. Oh, I need to top off a little bit of water while I'm over here. Having that ability to be able to drink water from pretty much everywhere is fantastic once you get to this phase. But, oh, okay. 1 gulp doesn't do it when you're almost empty. Nice. So these kinds of rockets don't bring in any kind of annoyances or pains or anything as far as like how much they're doing. Okay, so now our oxygen's at 471,000 parts per square, whatever unit that is. I never ever remember. I'm never going to, so hold it against me if you need to. We're good to go on that one. Let's see what that put our total up to over here. Okay, oxygen times 3,000. See, our TI's at 6.14. I do want to go check out this other cave over here, this osmium cave that we have this direction, to see if perchance there's a root system over there. That could be. Got like this nice little green bio winter. Looks like a nuke went off here. I want to go over to this cave real quick to see if there is any of those climbing vines in there, because I've only seen it so far in that 1 cave, but who knows what kind of areas and stuff things will open up. Alright, let's check what the interface shows over here, because, I mean, here's home base, so we're not too far off as far as center. We're right in front of this cave. We're zoomed all the way out. So this right here is the marker I put down for the other shipwreck, and here's my uranium cave, and there's sulfur over there. There's the big space gateway thing that we can't do anything with. Let's go in here and see if we did get any vines to show up in here. It's a good place for iridium in here. There's a ton of it. Might as well check you, see if you've got anything. No. Nothing useful. Hold on. I'm fully aware that if I do it like this, that I'm never going to get anything useful if it can't ever mine anything for me. Let's see. We'll just put all of you in there. I end up with so much of this extra. That's what I was saying is, like, I have so much random junk just laying on the ground outside my base. I end up with, like, 2 full chests worth of iron and stuff like that, which I realize is useful, but it's so easy to come by that having it just stacked on top of everything and chest after chest full of iron, I was like, I don't need this much. Let's go out this other exit over here and see if anything changed in this general direction. It doesn't look like there's anything new going on over here. I do want to check these just in case when I was running through the first time, some of the stuff I did not grab that I could hang on to in some of these outer pods. Let me see, that one's mine. Let's see if there's anything in this one. Nothing I have to have. At this point in the game, having all of the seeds and stuff spread around is not really doing me any good. It's not doing anything for me. It's kind of pointless. I don't have enough growers to put all this in there, and having all the rockets and stuff in there does way more for me than, you know, +3 on the oxygen. Right at the moment, all the planters I have for all the flowers and stuff is more just decoration right now. I mean, they do provide collectively, they have their own amount of that they add up to. You know, if I've got 10 of them out there, even if it's plus 100, it's still better than nothing, but it's not something I have to have. So I'm more or less just leaving them all there for decoration at this point. But it doesn't look like, with all the flora updates and the little vine changes and stuff, in the caves that I've looked in so far, that there's any kind of change. So I don't know if you know for certain if any of the other caves eventually get some of that sort of stuff. Let me know. How far into the world are you? What's your GTI up there? Are you up to the GTI stage? I mean, we're at 6.3. We've got a long ways to go before we get to the teleporter stage. So we'll do a lot more grinding, a lot more rockets. Okay, so I've been gathering up some resources in order to be able to make some more rockets to send off. I'm trying to remember exactly what I needed. I needed sulfur, and I don't have any of this other stuff. Okay, so I need to go fishing for some algae. I think it's been a little bit since I collected it, so maybe it's had a chance to... By the way, you can't drink if you're underwater, which kind of makes sense. Somehow or another, I can drink through my spacesuit if I'm standing next to it, but I can't drink it while I'm, you know, underneath it. Kind of makes sense. So I need to make some more... If I can send off about another, I don't know, 10 rockets or whatever, which is going to be a whole lot of gathering resources to be able to do that. That is one thing I would say is a little bit of a bummer about the game. It's just, once you get to this point, there's such a huge gap between things that you unlock, as far as like once you get to like the teleporter and the being able to make your own pulsar quartz and stuff like that. There's such a huge gap between there that you do get to a point where it's like, well, now what do I work on? And I'm gonna need some more water than this. Tell you what, let me do this. This is another reason why I have so much random crap hanging on the ground, because like I said, I keep getting more of it than I can possibly carry and don't have any storage for that sort of stuff. And so there's just random rocks on the ground. I keep hoping one of these days they'll disappear. Okay, so I need to make one bacteria sample and a mutagen. What? Oh, I need another one. Then I can make a mutagen. What, did I not grab my methane cartridge? I did not. Of course I didn't. Mutagen. Okay, so now let's see. I've got a rocket, this, that. Oh, I need a tree bark, I believe. I think I have some more of those. If not, well, I can grow my own out there. They only grow 2 at a time in this bad boy. Oh, in case you didn't notice, I also took down the other biodome. Hold on, I'll show you. This level 1 biodome, it doesn't do much. Early on in the game, it was like, ooh, plus 135 oxygen per second. And then you get to a point where it's like, it doesn't do anything. It literally helps with oxygen, but this bad boy creates 1,400. It's 10 times more than this one, and that doesn't do anything. So other than just using power, it's just kind of sitting over there doing nothing. So I got rid of it as well. Again, once you get to a certain point, having a lot of the earlier in-game stuff that you need to kind of get things going is kind of pointless. Well, let's just do it the hard way, shall we? All right, let's get another seed spreader rocket going. And fire. Oh, there we go. We got it. Yeah. So hitting the bottom fork area there. That's fantastic. I'm glad it still works. Whee! Now where are you going? Sorry, game. I had to. If you're gonna give me the option to mess up one of the rockets, I'm absolutely gonna do that. That's fantastic. Okay, so where did that put our oxygens up to now? It's 629,000. Oh, that's wonderful. That'll help it go up a little bit. We've still got a long ways to go to get to 25 though, so we can make a teleporter. Having this to be able to put like over in the Super Alloy Cave and over there in the Osmium Cave would be great. Tree Spreader 3, don't care. I mean, these, I can put up some more of these, but I don't need them really that badly. Because as far as like what a tree spreader does, it helps out with oxygen at like 920 per second, but again, I'm at 629,000 already. So having those other than the fact that they grow trees, I don't really need them specifically. So I guess we're gonna just pause on this one here. We'll just hopefully by the next one maybe we can unlock some more stuff. But this was kind of a sort of an update video and kind of a grind video. I know it's not the most super exciting, but we're on the grind now, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, at least seeing what all I did differently, give you some ideas. You know, let me know what you're doing in your world to get the numbers up really high. Anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss out on future videos. And you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.